Discuss about everything governance, mental health, self-development, and of course, entertainment. My name is God's Beauty Israel, and I'm joined by my amazing co-anchor, Joy. Hi, Joy.
Hi, baby.
How you
Good
doing?
morning.
Good morning. How you
so
doing?
that you just called my name, we were rapping. Joy. Hi, Joy. Were you rapping?
I can be a rapper, yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, you can be a rapper. Do you want
Yeah.
to try something for me?
Hey.
It would be nice to hear.
Okay, so I think one of my favorite rap is actually from Fouls. So I've been a big deal, you know, I'm a young talent. They say when they show going to them map, we no struggle to collect fresh status, first class, we'll collect extra shit, give me the fresh status with our expertise. They call it shop, but them know they get service. When we come at London, we go check Paris. I just smell heavy, I detect malice. I don't care lifestyle, you go feel lavish. Foreign girls in my house, I they less Spanish. And the French girl tell me to my peg like this. I they smoke her lit, some red Spanish. That's all. Hey.
What's my name?
Bob Daddy. Hey, Big Jules Oh my God!
Okay,
I feel like
we really
Fouls
needed
actually.
that to just
Do
like
you get?
Well, maybe the rain over
Oh
last
my
night
God.
just made us somehow cold. I mean, needed some.
Literally, I wasn't even cold, and I don't even know why. I think it's probably because of where I slept. You know.
So for
That
me,
place I was a bit hot, so I didn't even know rain fell. Let me be truthful. It was this morning. I didn't know rain fell. Oh. Me, literally, nowhere was cold. It's number one. Number two, I didn't even hear the falls and all of that. So I didn't even know rain was falling.
So
when I got out,
it was a bit funny because I had slept because I wasn't so strong yesterday. So I slept pretty early yesterday. The meds I took just knocked me off, and I slept early. And my girlfriend came back and was like, "Show you, you're sleeping by this time. What happened?" I said, "Yeah, just leave me alone. Don't wake me up." So she left me to sleep. I didn't know it was raining. I just noticed that I was feeling some kind of breeze. I left my windows open. My AC was on. Everything was on. I was feeling. Mercy was like, "Joy, please close." I said, "Don't close it. I'm hot."
Do you get?
So, you know, hearing sound of rain. I see which rain is falling. It might be cat or something. Yeah. I beg, Jerry. And then this morning, she woke up early. And then she was trying to prepare a bath for me. And she was going to warm water. I said, "Why are you doing that? Please, give me normal cold water." "Are you not cold?" I said, "No, I'm not."
She don't understand the sweat.
I started, what is this? Where is this coming from? Well, hey, the weather, I don't know. The weather has just been somehow crazy. Yeah. I cannot wait for it to come to an end. I'm really, really anticipating the rainy season to just come forth.
Yeah, but there are two things, actually. If you're staying in the mainland, my kind of mainland to be precise, not the Ikeja part. If you're going to stay in Ajegunle and rain fall, whoa, you're going to cry. Because almost the roads are not like properly done. So there are some places where the water will go and be doing their meeting. And if you want to pass there with a bike or...
You have to pay homage to the
water. Jesus, you understand? And if you don't pay homage, literally it will be on your body. So, I mean, but on the island, I don't think you guys have much issues.
Nah,
only the flood.
There are some places where
only the
places are flooded, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Some places are flooded.
Wow, I mean, this just brings us back to the government should just do better.
And we can't start to do with government.
See, I'll keep saying it, the government should just do better. But how you doing, Joe? How you doing?
I'm okay, I'm better, and at least I know that I'm more better than yesterday. So I'm excited, I can't wait. I have a serious engagement tomorrow, and I can't just not wait.
Serious engagement? You're going to give me that amebo later.
You like amebo last?
I don't like amebo, but I just feel like when it comes to my besties, I want to hear what you're doing.
Last, you shall like amebo. Take it
Oh my God!
I mean, don't you miss Oni on this place?
I do.
If
of
not
course
for anything,
do.
I miss the fact that she's not here to even argue with me or tell you, "No, Joy, I don't agree with you and that, Joy. That's beauty. That's beauty." I think I need to rephrase the question like this. I'm like, oh my God, I miss my baby girl.
I feel you. I do miss her too, but I mean, the show must go on. So yes, the topic we're discussing today is Self-Care 101, your blueprint for a balanced life. I want to believe that due to our work ethics and the way the economy is, we've not all had like balanced life. Probably except people that are earning in dollars, because I don't know. But right now, that dollar is decreasing. We're going to talk about that. So, yes, we'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we'll be diving straight to, our headlines around the world. Please stay with us. You're also watching Ways Breakfast. I'll be taking you on a captivating journey across Africa with the Punch, Nigeria's prime newspaper. The major headlines read: diesel price drops as Dangote sells 1,225 per litre, supplies petrol May. Dealers get 1 million litres each at 1,225 per litre. Prices drop in Oyo, Lagos, and Ogun State. Bottom of the newspaper, we have Senegal president sworn in, advocates Africa unity, security. Disconnection University College Education doctors suspend night shift, begins strike Tuesday. Deputy Commissioner of Police found dead in Oyo apartment. Police begin probe. Court finds Ogun Commissioner of Police, 5 others, 25 million naira for unlawful detention. Above the masthead, federal government, Interpol, in talks over Binance chief's extradition. Naira sells below 1,280 per dollar at official parallel market. Dangote at Denuga, Abdul Samad, Oteidola, makes Forbes list with $26 billion. At the top right side of the masthead, we have Akinteriwa, OK, film ads as Ondo All Progressive Congress, that's the APC elders endorsement, Ayedatiwa. And that's all on the headline for the Punch newspaper. The headline that piqued my interest is the major headline, as usual, that reads: diesel price drops as Dangote sells 1,225 per litre, supplies petrol May. So the pump price of automotive gas oil, popularly known as diesel, has dropped from about 1,700, which has been in sale for like a few weeks ago. But right now, the price is 1,350, and even Dangote is selling for 1,225 per litre. Oh my God, I feel like last we've gotten good news. Yeah, because I mean 1,225. That is a reduction. That's a seriously. No, dollar, was it yesterday? We were talking about the fact that dollar was about 1.3, or was it, well, yesterday, right? And now dollar is about 1,280. From this progress, Joy, I'm thinking it's going to 800. Seriously, I think it's going to 800.
Let me describe my kind of excitement about this news to you.
Okay.
So my kind of excitement is, imagine somebody, or I have somebody who is always taking, out of 30 in a class, the person takes 28, 29, 30. And then after more shouting, talking, encouragement, motivation, the person comes back to tell me, oh, from 29th over 30 that I used to get in class, 29th out of 30, I am now 26th. Yeah, okay.
No, I feel you, but at the same time, it depends on the level or at which that person was. Now, the person might be getting 30, and probably the reason why the person is there is because the person, maybe the person is not properly taught, or the person has not been reading.
So let me explain it deeper now for you.
Okay.
Now, this person is somebody that, the person has potential to do way more and even get up to a third, second, first.
Okay.
But just because the person is playful, and the person is just not ready to study, if the person studies, the person will make it ASAP, like in flying colors. But because the person is just playful and lackadaisical to studies, and that's why the person tells you that that's why the person is on the 30.
Yeah.
He tells you, oh, I tried, I'm not on the 26. It doesn't make anything to me.
And for me,
You have
it
moved.
does, because
You have moved, though, yeah. But so that's how Nigeria's that's how the story is too. Because I know that we have the capacity to do at least. I don't like to live in oblivious reality.
I feel you.
So let's be very factual. At least we could do
better.
Way better. Thank you. I don't want to give a figure to it now.
Okay.
We can do way better than that, and we have the capacity to make it happen like ASAP. So coming to tell me that we have moved, well done, congratulations, but we can be better.
You see, Joy, Abby. For me, yeah, I feel like we are doing good where we are, and now I can say, Tinubu, they do something. Let's just leave it at that.
But then again, you want to ask yourself a question to say, yes, there's a reduction in the price of dollar, naira to dollar, but is that affecting commodities? Is that affecting sales of food?
That's the thing. I think
so you
with
see
time,
that we're not really
no,
moving yet.
I think no. Of course. I mean, even with this old diesel, it's just in 3 states that it has like had the impact, right? And I mean, the truth is, as this dollar decreases, every sector definitely will be affected, or would have the the effect that, oh yes, dollar is actually decreasing. I mean, look at what's the name now? Look at the diesel. From 1.7, it's now 1.350. Like the general market, why Tinubu, why Dangote is selling about 1,225. I mean, that's an impact. That is a big one. 700, 350, bro. It's not like it's 700, 650. Nadia, me, I'm not going to even talk. I go just say, Joy, can I hear your headlines? But you get, but I mean, it's 1.7 and now it's 1.350. I feel like it's something to say, be like said to nobody work.
Oh, this is the part where I get to say, my dear president, I trust you. I told you earlier on that I trust you. And on your birthday, I had already told you that my wish for you is that you have more wisdom, understanding, and clarity to ensure that you rule the country right. So keep up the good work. Well done. We're proud of you. And we're solidly behind you.
Okay. Joy, let's hear your headline.
All right. So I'll be moving away from the African continent, God's beauty's country. And I'll be going to the international spectrum. And this morning, I'll be taking my news headline from the Daily Telegraph newspaper. And the major story reads, the Prime Minister demands answer after Israel airstrike kills Britons. And right underneath that, I have Royal Mail probes barcode stamp that shows as counterfeit. Inside the newspaper, I have on sports, the story reads that Premier League Everton rescue late point at Newcastle. And there's a special report that states that Jesri assisted dying plan and what it means for Britain. Now, there's also the return of Mr. Ripple, why we cannot resist the lure of an anti-hero. Right underneath that, I have Alison Pearson, Scotland's Hate Crime Act is deeply sinister. And right above the newspaper, the story reads, Kristen Dunst, a male director, was totally improper to me when I was 16. Now, the story I just want to briefly review right now is the story that reads, the Prime Minister demands answers after Israel airstrike kills Britons. Now, the reason why I'm even particular about the story is that I was going through a couple of newspapers on the international space, and I got to see that this story didn't just make the news, but it made the major headline of the news, so it's really an important story. So the story reads that the Prime Minister demands answers from Israel and calls for urgent investigation into convoy bombing as Britons who died were named. Now, the Sunak told Benjamin he was appalled by the killing of 3 British citizens in an Israel strike, as he described the situation in Gaza as intolerable. Now, in a call with the Israel Prime Minister, he demanded answer and calls for a thorough and transparent independent investigation after 8 workers were killed. And this is just me coming back to say, we've been saying it over and over again. I don't think war is the answer to any conflict, right? I'm not seeing war as a conflict resolution plan. As opposed to that, can we go back to dialogue? Can we go back to memorandum of understanding? So I see that thing to be beyond just a document. I see it to be that I'm reading something and the words that are there are literally making me to know that I have to come to a mutual understanding with you. Now, my understanding might be different from your understanding, but for the purpose, right, for the purpose of this particular thing, for the purpose that we're trying to achieve something, and for the sake of that thing, we both have to come together, strike a balance, and meet ourselves at a mutual place of understanding. And that's what I just basically describe an MOU to be. So as opposed to having war that has transpired for how many months now? I don't know if it's even turning up to a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really crazy. And now it's not just affecting the parties involved in it, is now transferring into other parties that actually have absolutely nothing to do with it. So please, I don't want to hear that one day they shot missile in Israel and landed here in Nigeria, and then we're hearing stories. Me, I will not, I won't be happy. So as opposed having those kind of story like we already have now with the Prime Minister, it's best to just say, let's go back to dialogue. Can we just come back to better conflict, peace resolution plans, and just take upon it as opposed to having this war, because it has dragged for too long, and it's high time it's coming to a stop. So I'm just here putting my voice out there, likewise to everyone who has put their voice out to say the Gaza war needs to stop. It needs to come to an end, just to make the world a healthy, better place for everyone to live in. That's it for me. Thank you.
I mean, I think I'm in agreement with you when you say we should actually leave this whole fighting thing, because truthfully, war would only just divide and keep dividing and keep dividing. And trust me when I say the leaders of tomorrow now always want to do avenge and revenge and all of those things. So the war just keep going and going. So it's just better we just have like a dialogue. It's better we all sit down and we do the whole mediation, we do the whole talking, and we are able to like settle it, because this whole war thing, it's not even for the generation of now. It keeps spreading. Yeah. You know, where two countries are in fights, the younger ones will not start believing that, oh, it's because of these people we don't have this thing, because of these people we don't have this thing, and the war just keeps going. So I mean, advice, just like she said, it's better we look for suitable ways to take care of our problems instead of going for war. And I mean, like I always say, there are so many things going on globally, and I want to believe that the governments of these countries are doing the needful. So yes, we'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we'll be diving straight to the topic of today. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Today we're discussing the topic Self-Care 101, your blueprints for a balanced life. Remember, you can join this conversation by either sending us an SMS, WhatsApp message, or even calling. The numbers are displayed on the screen. So today we'll be talking about Self-Care 101. Self-care 101. I'm like emphasis on self-care, because I feel like in this part of the world we are just more into making the money. Although I can't blame anybody, because I mean, the other day it was yesterday too. We were talking about the fact that you said you don't have a life, and it's understandable because the economy, the Nigeria economy system is really, really bad, to the extent that you have to work for yourselves. Private sectors have to now start doing their thing. You don't have to now wait for the government. But at the same time, I want to, like I told Joy yesterday when she was talking about the fact that you don't have life, I want to believe that for every time that you do your work, you just have to infuse that funny part or that life that you want. Is it going to the beach? Is it studying? Is it listening to music? Doing yoga, exercising? All of those things. You can just infuse it to your workspace, you know? So today we'll just talk about tips or blueprints for a balanced life. Let's talk about ways or things you should follow. I feel like there are certain rules that you should follow, abide in, for you to have a balanced life, right? So that's what me and Joe will be talking today, because I feel like we really need to talk about this whole self-care. I feel like people don't give themselves enough rest. They don't do they don't follow certain rules so that they can be better, and you see them having either mental stress and all of those things. So today I'll be talking about a whole lot of things, right? So the first one on my list is what we call the mental health maintenance, and emphasis on maintaining your health mentally. People just see, the truth is, because of we work and the kind of country we are in, people go for money and physical appearance. Not many people now put themselves in that light of, oh, let me take care of my mental health. Do you get? Even people that go to gym, They don't go to gym because, oh, okay, I really need to restructure my mental health. I feel like I'm probably losing a whole lot, or I'm not retaining some kind of ideas, or I see myself that I'm not working too well mentally. Instead of them to even go to the gym for all that, you see them going to the gym because they want to build physical appearance. Oh, I need a tummy, I need a flat tummy, I want 6 packs, I want to look a certain way. Oh, Jesus, what the hell is wrong with a whole lot. So today, just like I said, I'm talking about the mental health maintenance. Now, let's look at the strategies for coping with stress, anxiety, and depression. Now, the first way is seeking professional help. And I feel like this is one of the important, when it comes to you having anxiety or you being depressed about a lot of things. I feel like the first thing you should do is to talk to someone, a professional. Someone that that can help you out. Go meet a professional that deals with mental health. Go and meet a therapist. Emphasis on meeting professionals that can help you with that mental condition that you're in. People don't see a reason why they should. Just like the other day where you're talking about how it's important for people to go and meet a psychiatrist, right?
Yeah.
In this part of the world, once you just hear, you go to, let me just use the normal word that we know, yaba left. People will be like, not only mad people. Do you get? But once you have an issue with your mental state, once you feel like you're not okay mentally, once you feel like, I'm not really progressing or processing certain kind of things, it's important that you go and meet a therapist. Now, the second is challenge negative thoughts. I'm a big person when it comes to positivity. You would hardly hear me use a negative word, right? Even when we're joking, I try as much as possible to use positive words. It's very, very important, because the truth is, for everything you say, it's registered in your mind. And if you keep telling yourself, oh God, I'm not good at this, trust me when I say you won't be good at that. But when you keep saying, oh, I'm progressing, see, there's one thing that always helped me with time. The fact that I bear God's beauty. I don't see, anytime I call my name is God's beauty. I don't say it because that's my name. I say it because that's who I am.
And have I told you how beautiful you look this
morning? Thank you so much, baby. So really, I am so big on it. I just thank God that my parents gave me that name. See, that's like a reassurance for me. For every time someone looks at me and be like, nah. Or probably, I've been in spaces where my mates are doing big things, and I'm like, I'm left out, right? I'll just look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you're God's beauty. And when I keep saying this, just like I said earlier, I'm not saying it because it's my name, right? I'm saying it because that's who I am. So I am God's beauty. Regardless of what anybody has to say, I am God's beauty. So you keep saying positive words, and trust me when I say with that, because it's a mindset, it's something you have to build. Once you keep saying those positive things and not negative things, it's something that with time, you start embracing it. With time, people start seeing it in you. So yes, that's number one. I want Joy to give us ours.
So I think we've had a conversation around this some days back.
Yes, we have.
And I said to Oni that this is majorly what we need, as opposed you just want to go seek help, you want to go seek help.
Right.
Try to find who you are and start from there.
True.
Now, that's just basically, I love the example you gave about yourself, and that basically describes it all. Because you know that I'm not just God's beauty by name, but I'm God's beauty because I am the beauty of God, and I understand who God is. So if I'm the beauty of God, I understand who God is, that means no matter what happens, no matter the gravity of the thing that's going to happen to me, I always know a way around it. I would always figure out a way around it, because the person I am being beautified in his image will never have to falter.
Do you get?
Oh my God. I'm sure my father will be so proud of me. Like, oh no, I tried to get the scripture so well. But aside the scripture, I'm just using that because that's the example you use. So by the time you come to a place of you understand yourself, you know who you are. And you don't just know who you are, you know what you want to be, you know what you want to get, you know the thing that you are driving, you know the purpose and the vision that is driving you. Come what may. You will see them as flickers. You will see them as, there's a song that we usually sing in Christendom.
Okay.
And those songs that and the thorns may and though thorns may sometimes pierce me, let my faith take hold on thee. So this is something that you know that definitely the thorns are going to be there to pierce you.
Definitely.
The storms are going to be there to push you aside. Definitely. But because you know what is driving you, you know where you're going to. You're like, okay, okay, is that the best you can do? Hit it or more, man. And you're bullshit. So at that time, you're taking ownership of your mental health.
Yes.
And that's very important.
Very important.
When you take control and ownership of yourself, it would help you a lot that no matter the gravity you find yourself to be, you would always find a way around it. And I'll give you another example. Sometime last year, I was almost losing my head. But when I came this year, when everybody was doing New Year resolution, I said, you know what my New Year resolution would be this year, this very year? It is more of me than anybody else.
I agree.
So for every decision I want to take, I would think of,
Me
okay,
first.
Joy, what do you want here? Okay, what is the percentage of advantage you tend to achieve from this? If it's small, then go for it. If it's less, then kill it.
Period.
So if it's not going to help you in any way of your life, in any ramification of your life, my dear, it's as good as you don't bother yourself about it. So no matter the conversation I'm hearing, no matter the talks I'm hearing, no matter the things that is happening, I just looked and said, okay, you were actually bound to happen to make me have a deep, thick skin. So that's just, if you just want to, I mean, when it comes to self-care, it is more beyond the physical body. The mental body is very, very important, because if you don't know how to take care of your mental health, you have problems in taking care of your physical health. Because no matter how much you eat, no matter how much you dress, no matter the kind of skincare you're using, if your mental state is not stable, it will show in your body system.
Definitely.
That's it.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Joy. So drop in another one.
Okay, so another, I like the fact that it's self-care 101. So when I saw the topic, I was like, no way, am I going back to university? Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the points that we are trying to say, this is like the blueprint of personal life and personal care. It shows that there are lots of these things. We're just trying to lay a foundation. I'm sure we'll come back someday to have a conversation about it. So one part of self-care I want to talk about now is finding a balance.
Okay.
And that's where you remember the story I showed you that somebody told me I don't have a life. Because I have so drenched part of my life into a particular aspect, and I'm leaving the other aspect to just feel and falter. But now I'm going to work on it. Now, finding a balance, it's that you are bringing your life as, I'm trying to think of the best thing to use, but you're bringing your life as a shape that has so many parts. So your life is literally your body. You have your head, you have your hands, you have your legs and other parts of your body. And you know that each and every part of this body are very important. You have your hands to do your work. You have your legs to do your movements. You have your head to carry your eyes. You have your brain to do your thinking. You have your eyes to see, your ears to hear. And they will tell you that for every part of your body, no one is important than any other one. There's no one that is important than any. Every one of them have their own great importance to it. So if you tend to take care of one and leave the other to suffer, you would end up suffering, because even the one you're taking care of will end up suffering at the end of the day. So imagine that you don't take care of the nerves and the bones in your legs, and one day they just tend to collapse and they're not moving again, and your legs cannot move. You see that you have to now put a lot of pressure on the upper part of your body to move, and that's what it means by finding a balance. So there's a work life. There's a personal life, there's a leisure life, and there's a private life.
Definitely.
Private life is one thing that most people do not tend to pay attention to. No matter the extrovert you are, no matter how high your extroversy is, I'm a loud person, or I'm a social person, I'm a people's person. In fact, I am PDP himself, power to the people, that's me. No, at some point you know that you need an inner circle, you need a quiet space. And that's what we talk about 48 laws of power. You have to come back to rethink, to recreate yourself. And the only way that can happen is when you have a personal space. So that's to let you know that we are finding a balance as to how to deal in, you know that every day we have 24 hours.
Definitely.
It's not going to be more than 24 hours. No matter what happens, we will definitely have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
And in that 24 hours, you need to find how to balance your personal life, your work life, your physical life, your mental life, every part of your life. Put it together and find a balance with it. So briefly, just to go very brief now, how do you create a balance in your in work life? Let me start from there. Number one, practice time management. Time efficiency is very important. I said it that we will never, I don't know what the future holds, but I know that right now, scientifically proven, we're not standing to have any time where, or any day where we have exceeding 24 hours. So it is stagnant 24 hours, and that's what we have to work with. But how about we start practicing time efficiency, time management, to say, between the hours of this and this and this is when I want to work. after this is when I want to stop working. So for those of us that work around the clock, some of us that work from 5 a.m. and up to 1 a.m., you're still awake, you're still working, it tells.
Definitely.
It really, really tells.
It will.
Because if you don't have a time to rest, if you don't have that space where you need to just, for 1 hour, at least 1 hour, close your eyes, shut everything down. See, by the time you do that, and I've noticed it a lot in my life, if I tend to just be working round the clock, working and working, I tend to recycle ideas. I don't tend to bring anything new fresh to the table again. I would notice it. And one day when I was talking to my mentor, he said, that is the, you would see, you just keep recycling ideas. So you tend to use what you have used 1 week ago. You just tweak it a little bit and you're bringing it back to the same table. And somebody's like, I've seen this thing somewhere before. But if you give yourself that time of rest, it helps your entire system to calm down. Like a recycle bin, flush out everything that has been there. Create new things. It's just like when your skin is wearing out, it grows back and you're seeing that the new one that's popping out is looking so glamour.
I agree.
So you need to have, let me start by saying that time efficiency is one thing we really need to talk about and look into specifically. It's not just look into it, but be very intentional about it.
I agree. Big one on that, seriously. I feel like we cannot overly emphasize this work balance, life balance, finding a balance, actually. Because the truth is, we would always have problems. We would always have things that is going to come up, right? But it's just way of you differentiating, okay, prioritizing, actually. Okay, this particular time I'm going to do this particular time I'm going to do this. Trust what I say is actually very important when it comes to having a balanced life yourself, Apart from, taking care of your mental health, we have to also find balance. Now, the next on my list will be building resilience. Now, let's talk about the techniques or ways of bouncing back from problems, from setbacks. The truth is, as humans, we would always have our problems. As humans, we would always have that thing drawing us back. It's just like someone that started up a business new and ends up not selling. Instead, he's even eating his capital. Of course, it's going to be like a problem for that person. But now, what do you do to make sure that, okay, you're not affected, your balanced life is still intact, regardless of the problems that you are facing? The first one is developing problem-solving skills. The truth is, you cannot take away problem from your life. We would always have temptations. We would always have all of those things that would make us want to put us in the depression space or in the sadness space, right? But now, it's first of all, know your problem. I keep saying this. See, you cannot solve a problem when you don't even know what the problem is.
Exactly.
Like it's not even going to work. It does not even make any sense. What do you want to solve when you don't know what it is? So yes, you have to first of all know what the problem is. Now you've identified what the problem is. Now you have to now look for solutions to it. So if, for example, now in my house now, the problem is that we don't have water. What's the necessary solution that we can do? Is it that you meet somebody that buys water early for you, that can help you get as well? Or you have to find something that works. You don't have to find solutions that will still put you in a sad spot, or you don't have to find solutions that will still give you issues. The kind of solutions you should find is something that would work for you. If it's not working, you keep finding. It's just that when you're making plans, if plan A is not, you look at it that this A no sure, take it down to Z. Do you understand? Keep working, keep working. Like, don't stop. So the same goes to this whole solution thing, finding solution. You have to make sure that you've identified the problem, you know what the problem is about. Now you have to start looking for solutions that work for you. Now the next one, I cannot overly emphasize this, practice self-care. I just said that earlier, practice it. It's not something that you just have to wear. It's something that you have to work towards. Speaking to the book we'll be reviewing today. See, the truth is, we all have habits, right? And habit is a particular effort that you've actually done over time. It's a trajectory that how do I put that now? Something that you've cultivated. You do this today, you take off in the morning, you take off it the next day, you take off, before it becomes a habit. It's something that you continue doing, something that you've been doing over time, it becomes what? It becomes a habit. So it becomes an habit. Now, practicing self-care is something that you have to take your time to do. Now, you have to start eating regularly. You have to eat good food. Make sure you're eating balanced diet. You have to love yourself first. You have to maintain any kind of energy, good energy, positive energy. Once you keep doing this, with time, you see that, I'm getting better, I am getting stronger, So that is another way that we can have a balanced life. So yeah, guys, we'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more insight on this. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about Self-Care 101, your blueprint for a balanced life. Emphasis on blueprint for a balanced life, because the truth is, we cannot live a normal life if your life is not even balanced. You would literally have a bad day. You have a bad, in short, your life itself, you wouldn't even love it, you know. So it's just important that we follow certain kind of rules. And I mean, that's why me and my baby girl is here, so that we put everybody in check on, you know, how to live a balance or how to have a balanced life. So Joy.
Speaking of putting people in check, and you mentioned about knowing what your problem is.
Yeah.
And I think after knowing your problem, you, at some point in your life, you figure that you don't even have the solution to your problem, or you do not know how to get a solution to it or find a solution
Is that possible?
to it. Sometimes it's possible. It
Can
depends
you
on
give
the
me an instance?
It depends on the gravity of the problem, trust me. If it's a financial problem, you need like 20,000 naira and you don't have the money. And you need to sort out something that has 20,000 naira to deal with. You don't have the money. At the end of the day, you don't have a solution to the problem. So what happens at this stage? Seeking support.
Okay.
Building yourself a support system is one way to have a personal self-care for yourself. And I tell people a lot, make network of people and have people, put people in shelves of your life. Have different shelves of your life where you're putting people to say, okay, today, if I need financial support, I know where to draw. I know the shelf to draw, and I know the people that are there that call them anytime, any day. I'm good. If I need moral support, I have my moral support shelf. If I need physical support, I have my physical support shelf. If I need mental health support, I have my mental health. If I need career support, so whatever kind of support it is that you need to create that system to say, and create that structure to say, these are the strategic people I want to put in place. And that's to just let you know that in as much as, yeah, you don't make friends with everybody, but you make the right kind of friends. And that's, I just feel like that's what friendship should be all about. It's more than the chitty chats, right? It's more than, hey, oh my, you know what happened today? God, hey.
That's what just makes it spicy, literally.
Fine, there has to be that chit chat conversation, but you know that beyond this, there is this value I'm attaining from somebody, and that's what, and that's another thing we need to look at when it comes to seeking support.
Yeah.
You don't just have friends or have families that are just there for you, or have relationship of people that are just there for you occupying space. But ask yourself a question: what value will I get from this person? What value will this person add to my life? Okay, in the next 10 years, if I stick myself with this person, will I grow? Will I remain stagnant, or will I even deflate from where I am? And that's how you know how to create a structure for yourself. So in as much as you want to also create that support system, you can also build a barricade of yourself to say, this is a gate I'm building. For you to pass through this gate, you must have been able to like check some boxes on my list. And that's what I do even for myself. Now, I had a friend where he tell you, Joy, I have so many people around me, but I don't have friends. But I have people that I can bank on anytime, any day.
That is so me.
But I do not have friends. I
That
don't
is
have
so
somebody that, oh, this is my friend. I said, me, somebody, they follow me talk. I have just one best friend, and he's a girl. And the rest of them, you're right. Because I just feel like the whole friendship comes with some sort of entitlement.
It's a whole lot of
you just feel
effort,
some sort of
actually.
entitlement. And I just don't fancy this whole, oh, because I do for you, me, you guys do for me. Or because you do for me, I guys do for you. No. But when you come to a space of, you're seeing somebody that has value, you're recognizing it immediately, and you're going straight for it, that would help you structure your life a bit. Now, if they say I'm a worky person, that's because my entire life I have been able to pinpoint great people in different sectors and areas that I know that these people have great value interest to me. And guess what? I don't even need to know you from Adams. I don't need to know who you are. Are you a human being? Do you breathe air? Do you live? No problem. I will come to you, have a conversation. And from there, we're building network. And today I can say that I have a lot of people that if I need some certain strategic things right now, I know who I can call, I know who I can beckon. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
And that's not taking away the fact that I don't have people I chit-chat with. So that is what it still brings us to finding a balance. So even as much as you want to find support system to yourself, you have to recognize people that would be of moral great value to you. You still have to find a balance to it to say, this person will respect my decision. This person will respect my space. I can also respect this person's decision. And guess what? This person can hear me out when I speak and profound value to me, then I'm good.
I mean, I don't, when it comes to this all seeking support, I don't see a reason why you should have negative people around you. You know, keep positive people, keep people with the vibes, keep people that you know that can always help you out. See, first off, I think I'm a selfish person when it comes to friendship. First off, I don't even keep friends. I just have people I speak to, right? I just have people, and people that I speak to, these people are way older than me. So there are times where they just call me, oh, Beauty, what's up? There's this thing I want to tell you. Oh, okay, and that's it. I don't keep friends that will come and start talking about one relationship. You're talking about the whole gist thing. Bro, if it's not adding money to me or adding knowledge, you cannot have a conversation. That's what I mean when I say I can be very selfish when it comes to friendship. Those two things are like keys for me. But you have to either be bringing money to the table or you're telling me something useful.
So sorry to cut you short. Now, you mentioned something that always keep, that's why you say, I don't keep negative people around.
I don't keep negative people.
No, I understand that, yes, it's good not to keep negative people around you, so it doesn't just distort your head. But like I said, if you know what you want to do, and you know who you are, you know where you're going to, you can always walk around those things. But then again, I think that, on the other hand, looking at it from another angle, it would be nice to keep negative people around you.
Okay, I will differentiate that.
For reasons that you know very well that this person is a negative vibe. So once I want to do something and I know that I might get negativity from it, so I'll just want, you know what, let me get your vibe to learn, to see how it can be, so that I know that if you can do this, don't worry. I'm expecting the same thing from another person out there, so I know how to handle it. Now, I know of somebody that he will tell you, don't tell me no. I hate to hear no as a response. Like if I tell you to do something today and you tell me no, it should just weaken me. So as opposed to using that as a weakness, he turned it to be a strength, to make sure that he will convince you beyond every reasonable doubt that you will find a space to say no. And that's because he had gotten some no's in his life that has made him to build that resilience to say, okay, don't worry. Before you will tell me, I will give you every reason why you can't even have a space to say no to me. Whereas there's another person who would always tell you that, don't worry, if you tell me no, I know that you are not the right person for this job. You're not the right person to hear this idea. For you telling me no, it means that, nah, you're not the right ear to hear it. But if I come to a space where I'm saying, I have a project idea, I have this content idea in my head, and I bring it up to the table, I tell like 10 different people, and I get 10 different no. I just come back to say, okay, let me check this idea again. But this idea is great. Why am I getting 10 no? Simply one thing. It means that it is not the season for it. It is not the time for it. Imagine selling umbrella during, okay, let me not use umbrella now. Let me say, imagine selling raincoats or rainboats during sunny season, during the dry season. Guy, you're not going to make money because that is not the season for it. So you coming to say, I have an idea that I want to create rainboats for the summer. You definitely know that you're going to get so many no's. But is rainbows good? Yes, it's good. But that is not the season. That is not the time that you need to bring out that idea to embellish it out. So why not wait for winter season? Why not wait for the rainy season? And you see that before you even say Jack, more than 10 persons are already telling you yes. So you see that I've brought in 2 people that have negativity to it, but they take it from different angles. And that's what it means by understanding yourself. I will say it over and over again. Understand who you are. By the time you understand yourself, you will know how to handle these things. And that is how you take care of yourself, your personal self.
Okay, so let me quickly touch on what you just said. Now, when I say I don't keep negative people around me, that doesn't mean I don't have constructive critics around, right? So negative people are people that would bring you down. Constructive critics, they will tell you what they think. See, first of all, I am not even keeping those people. When it comes to these people with the whole negative energy and all of those things, see, the reason why you don't keep them so they don't spoil your own vibe, right? But that doesn't mean you don't have people that are blunt. When I say I don't have them, but they are around me. And these are people that actually see my stuff. So you know the funny part? They don't do the old gossip thing where they're, why gossip to go do this guy? They'll come and tell me to my face. That doesn't mean I keep them, but they're just around me, right? So you will not hear them say, no, did not be like that, they do it, it's supposed to done like this. Which is normal. I mean, even the 48 laws of power told us that when it comes to keeping enemies, you just allow them be. Keep your enemies, let them stay there. Because the truth is, even your friends, sometimes, many of us don't even have blunt friends. Right? You have people that want to massage your ego. Even when they know that thing is not right, they'll tell you, that thing, be like, it's okay, we'll manage them. Nah, I don't want people that will tell me to manage it. I want people to tell me that this is not working. Do you understand? So it's important you to know the kind of people that you keep around you. right? When I say I'm keeping positive people, that doesn't mean these people aren't blunt. That doesn't mean these people can't tell me what is truthful, what, you know, they don't have to massage my ego. That's why they're not even my friends in the first place. Do you get? That's why it's important that you differentiate them, allow them be where they are. When I need your service, I know people that would call and tell them, oh, Bolaji, I want me to watch this thing. They go first look and say, this kind of set with this. This thing no fine. And I suppose use this color, this colors. And my mom be like, you don't know what you talk, but go on. Do you get? I will not pick what I want to pick, what I think I need to learn, and I'll give you the rest. That's it.
Saving the ingredients on the shelf.
Period.
You're
so
right.
you don't necessarily have to keep those people. That's why I would keep saying I don't want to keep friends. I just want people to stay where they are. I keep having good communication. We have good vibes. That's why, I mean, since we are not friends, you don't hold me any obligation to tell me that, oh, this thing is okay. Do you get? Sure. But when you not keep people as friends, you kind of, to some extent, imagine your friend. Imagine when your friend. So that's it. So it's important you don't keep them as friends. You keep them where they are, however they want to call themselves. If it's acquaintance, if it's probably neighbor, if it's classmate, anyhow, they should just be where they are. You know, me personally, I don't force things. I'm not somebody that would force things. I'll keep you where you are so that it's easy for us to have a proper communication. You don't need to lie to me. You don't have to be in any obligation. You don't need to be forced to not tell me, oh, this is nice or this is not nice. I might not even like you. That's the funny part. I might not really even like you because of how you are. But at the same time, one place in my head, I know that, oh, this person is coming from the angle of making this thing right. And trust me when I say, when you keep listening to this person, just like you said, you sieve out the ingredient, sieve out what you want, and allow them be. That way, you'll see yourself getting stronger, you see yourself getting better. So, I mean, literally, that's all I feel like we should know when it comes to having a balanced life. So do you have any...
One more thing.
Okay.
You can never have a conversation around self-care if you don't bring out physical well-being to it. And when it comes to physical well-being, it's not just about your look. It's not just about how you portray yourself in public. But sleep is very important. Jesus, I don't know how to describe.
How many hours do you think we should sleep? Somehow,
See,
have you heard that
at least 8 hours? But trust me, you need more than 8 hours.
But have you heard when they said rich men don't sleep? They don't take.
So I was going to come.
It's poor men that sleep too much.
I
think we should have a balance on that.
I was even going to come to that now. Okay. See, to my dear workaholics, sleep. See, let me tell you, sleep. The way that they tell you rich men don't sleep, is poor men don't sleep, it's not really in the context of they don't close their eyes to sleep. It is more of, we've talked about time efficiency. How are you managing your time? How are you being disciplined about your time? See, if I know that I have 24 hours, I can decide to say, you know what, for 12 hours, I'll be very intense. I'm going to work my life out. I will make sure that I work things, I will produce results, and the next 12 hours, I can literally sleep. Because I have done my work. I can sleep for 12 hours because I have dedicated an amount of 12 hours to work. Now, that's where they say the result of success is extra because there's extra to the hard work.
It's a lie.
And there's hard work. And in this present age and time where you can work smarter.
I keep saying work smart, man.
Where you can work smarter as opposed to working hard, you need to work smarter. Let's try to look for mentors. That's why technology keeps revolving and evolving. Just evolve with the technology and evolve with the tech. And I've said it here, it's not just AI. Your human intelligence is very important. So you need to also evolve and evolve your human intelligence so that as the world is trending, you're also trending, and you know that you have to go and sleep. Because it is only when you sleep you can rejuvenate yourself and come back and be a better person. So, in this self-care 101 we have preached and taught you people today or spoken to you guys about, you need to be very intentional about sleep and rest. That is one major key factor in physical well-being.
So, I mean, I feel like emphasis on all of these things that we just said today because they are very, very important. Like, they are so important. Mental health is important. Sleep is important. Mediating, rest, all of those things. Rest, even if you don't want to sleep, rest. There's a big difference between resting and sleeping, right? So there are times where you just need to close your eyes and you just need to meditate. There are times where you need to go to yoga, go to gym, not just a physical appearance. Go there because you want to take care of your mental health, your mental state. So yes, that's all me and my baby girl has for you guys today. I know for sure that we'll always come back with a topic like this because the truth is we cannot overly emphasize and you can't overly talk about it. Because there's so much to learn, there's so much that people need to know about it. So yes, we'll be going on a short break, guys, and when we'll come back, we'll be diving straight to the book review. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. It's the book review segment. So yes, the book to be reviewed today is Atomic Habits, authored by James Clear. Now, Atomic Habits is a bestseller. The book has hit 1 on the New York Times bestseller list for 2 months in a row and is the #1 bestseller in 5 renowned lists. As of July 2019, the book has sold over 800,000 copies worldwide in 9 months. Trust me when I say the book is actually very good. It teaches us on, see, first of all, it differentiates good habits from bad habits. It now tells you how to now take yourself out from bad habits into good habits. So yes, me and Joy today will be talking about the chapter 1, like we'll be making emphasis and explaining what chapter 1 is about.
Sorry to cut you in.
Okay, babe.
One quick question. Can you take yourself from good habits? Sorry.
From bad habits
to bad. Can you take yourself from bad habits
to good habits? Yes. And literally, that's what the book is about. So we'll teach you guys.
So what are from good habits to bad habits?
From good habits to bad habits. The truth is same. Now, let me now start from I would explain that real quick, right? Now, in chapter 1, the subheading says the surprising power of tiny habits. When I say tiny habits. Now, success, I was talking about the fact that success is the product of daily habit. It's not something that just happened, boom. You hear people say, oh, I got this thing eventually, or I accomplished my goal eventually because of I was lucky. The truth is, you are not lucky. It's an effort that you've put in place every time, right? Now, when it comes to good habits or bad habits, habits in a whole, once you start doing a particular event every time, like I was thinking about taking coffee. Once you take coffee today, take coffee tomorrow, take coffee next tomorrow, you will not know when you'll be able to stay without taking coffee. I've seen people that if they're not taking coffee, their day have actually not even started. You know? But once they take coffee, even if it's in the afternoon, they eventually take that coffee. They feel like, oh yes, my day have just started. Let's keep it rolling. You know, so that once you keep doing a continuous event, once you keep doing that every time, a trajectory, before you know it, automatically becomes a habit. So whether it's a good habit or a bad habit, it's not left for you to now know which one you want to come out from. Do you get? So literally, that's what the book is about. So it's to just teach us that. It's to first of all tell us that those things that you take time in doing. Once you continue doing that particular thing, you'll see yourself, it becomes a habit automatically, because there are times that you won't be able to stay with that. It's more like an addiction, you know? So yes, I mean, it's even down to your net worth. You hear people say, oh, this person is a billionaire net worth, is a billionaire net worth. The truth is it's now depends on how that person spends his or her money. Because trust me when I say, if that person has been spending money recklessly, that person would have never gotten to that 1 billion. Do you get? Because if you remove a 5 naira from that billion, even a 1 naira, that person automatically becomes a millionaire, not a billionaire. That's the funny part. Do you get? If you remove 5 naira, even if it's 1 naira from a billionaire, that person automatically becomes what?
A millionaire.
Period. So you now have to, for you to have to be in a certain kind of place. Now, I'm not talking about the good habits. You have to have a continuous a continuous event of something good or something positive. Do you get? So, I mean, James Clear, look at his name, James Clear. He will come and clear us on everything good and bad, so you know how to now remove yourself if you are in the bad space, if you're having bad habits, how to now clear yourself from having the bad habits into good habits. Joy, let's hear what you have to say.
So little drops of water, they say, makes your mind say
ocean.
Okay,
so on that.
So I read this book and I was really captivated by the chapter 1. And from the paragraphs I was able to read in chapter 1, I came up with this short note I was able to summarize, and I'll just quickly read it now. If you find yourself struggling to build a good habit or break bad one, it is not because you have lost your ability to improve. It is just because you have not gotten what people call overnight success, and you do not understand that the purpose of setting goals is to win the game. Now, habits are compound interest or self-improvement. Getting 1% better every day counts for a lot in the long run. So what we talk about, when we're talking about self-care, and you're looking at, oh, this self-care, how does it even happen? And I'm one person, I'm saying that, oh, my life is not balanced. I'm already pushed into one side. And I say I want to change the balance. I want to have a structured balance to myself. Now, it's just about creating an habit. And how do I create a habit? Every day. I'm very intentional about it. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I must be sleeping. No matter what happens, no matter the emergency that is coming. I must sleep by 6 a.m. to 7. You don't know. starting it one day at a time, and before you know, I'm getting to that space where I'm just going to step, and it has become a habit. So being successful just means that you just need to create the habit that you want to be successful, and you start the habit of success. That's how it works.
So, I mean, I feel like we've literally had a very fantastic conversation, starting from the news, the headline, down to the topic. Oh my God, emphasis on that topic. Then even the book review. I mean, I feel like it's important that we go read Atomic Habits. It literally would help us with our habits and all of that. So yes, big thanks to our fantastic viewers for tuning in. Thank you so much. Like I keep saying, I don't know how you just sit down there and you're like, let me watch these people today. That's a very brilliant one. Thank you so much. And yes, we'll be tune in again tomorrow, because I know for sure that we'll be having something insightful, something memorable, something enlightening to teach you guys. And don't forget to catch Waste Prime at 8 p.m. tomorrow and this evening as well, because trust me when I say those people, they bring out solid points. They are very good. So from me and my awesome buddies today, mwah, Joy, thank you so much. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow. So until then, stay informed, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay inspired. Thank you. Bye.